Good morning, almost good afternoon, everybody, if you're tuning in. We're again coming live from Andover Arena. Edina taking on Woodbury. Edina dropping a contest last night, 4-2, empty net goal from Centennial late in the game, but Edina fought back from a 3-0 deficit, closing it to 3-2 before the empty netter ended up in the back of the net for a 4-2 final. Underway here as Helfrich tries to throw it up the boards to Heinmiller. Woodbury now controlling at the dot, trying to split the defenders. Helfrich comes over and prevents that from getting to the goaltender, who's Lydia Wheaton today. Gia Morgan now coming across into the zone. Drop pass for McGarvey. McGarvey trying to throw it over to Helfrich. Helfrich looking to dump it. That hits a skate. Shot on net, just hitting the defender's skate again. Didn't quite reach a goaltender. Edina regrouping with Morgan, now back in neutral ice. Back over to Helfrich through her skates. Woodbury off on a change. That'll give Edina a little bit of time to figure out what they want to do. Shoot now with the move coming across neutral ice. Shoot now with a couple to beat. Bumped off the puck as Woodbury's trying to regroup back in their own zone. They'll go back behind Zelgert, who's getting the start for Woodbury today in net. Up to a forward pass her stick. Fitzgerald trying to get a stick on it. Nelson over there fighting. Throws it to the center of the ice where it's picked up by Woodbury as they enter. Centering pass, that's off a stick. It's gathered, swing and a miss. And that goes past Wheaton as she watches that behind the net. Fitzgerald now coming back up out of the zone. Nice play by Woodbury to prevent that from getting into the zone. That'll be played by Woodbury back in their end of the ice. Soft pass as they look to enter. Nice place by Hoffman to get on the stick for that. McGarvey now trying to make something happen as she comes across neutral ice. McGarvey forced wide, still controlling the puck, puts on the brakes, centers it, nobody home. Edina had three in front of the net. Nelson now back to play. Nelson wisely throws that back into the zone. Woodbury on a change. Edina on a forecheck. You've got McGarvey. I believe that's also Heinmiller. Carter now coming over. Or that's Carter. Battling, trying to keep it in, just getting out of the zone. McGarvey touches it up to center ice. Heinmiller closing space. Woodbury throws it back into the near corner. Shoot looking to play. Shoot now around Wheaton. Puts on the brakes. Gets it back over to Carter just off her stick. Gives Woodbury an opportunity to create some havoc to try to keep it in. Two on the puck for Edina. McGarvey comes away with it. Front of Wheaton. Tries to get over to Heinmiller. Too hard. That'll go down the length of the ice. It'll be played by Zelgert as icing was waved off. Heinmiller trying to get a stick on it. Hits a Woodbury skate. Edina trying to come away with the turnover. Woodbury controls as they're able to get it out of the zone. Loose puck picked up by the Woodbury defense. They enter. Little dangle. Still controlling. Has somebody loose in the slot and that reaches her. And nice job by Helfrich to come over. Helfrich saves an opportunity there. Nice hustle play by Helfrich to keep the score tied. Fitzgerald now entering the zone. Punches it in the corner. Woodbury converging. Morgan comes over, takes a whack at it. Sauter comes over and tries to punch it back in. That hits a sea of skates. That's back past Helfrich, and she's going to have to get on her horse. Here comes Woodbury. Edina gets back in a hurry. Looks like we've got some fresh legs this morning from Edina. Nice to see. A lot of energy able to get back again to prevent that opportunity as Woodbury had a glimpse of hope of creating a successful rush early in today's game. Nice outlet pass connected. Hoffman on a back check. Nelson with a nice stick to poke it away. That's thrown back behind Wheaton. Woodbury controlling in the near corner, looking to go back to the point. They do. Trying to punch it back, and that reaches neutral ice with Hoffman on her horse. Hoffman takes a whack at it, deflects it just enough for McGarvey to pick it up. McGarvey trying to punch it back in. We'll have an offsides with 12:57 remaining. 0-0 hockey game. No real scoring chances thus far, no real opportunities. Face-off won. 19 of the 32 face-offs were won last night against Centennial. I think the stat was Fitzgerald won 10 in a row at one point. Woodbury now at the dangle. Another dangle. A couple swings at it. McGarvey now picking up the puck. Cross neutral ice. Trying to flip it off the boards to herself. She'll go on a forecheck into the corner. Battling against a Woodbury defender. She's tied up in the moment. Two on the puck for Woodbury. They're able to come away with it. trying to get up the far boards as they can exit. Nice play by Souter to cut off the rush there. Souter now picking it up on neutral ice. Souter, little dangle just off her stick. Nice move by Souter. Trying to control it back to Shoot. Shoot has it. Wisely dumps it back in. That's off Carter's leg into the corner. Carter gives a whack at it. Trying to get it over to Fitzgerald. Shoot now gathering. Shoot cut off. Has to reverse course. That's over to Helfrich. Low hard shot, and that just gets past Zelgert into the corner. Shoot on a deep pinch coming up, keeping the puck in play. Fitzgerald now giving chase again, along with Carter. That pass is connected. That'll reach Helfrich. She'll throw it back the other way, violently back behind Zelgert. The puck will ricochet near the dot. Fitzgerald with a quick pass. Keeps it in play. Violent shot. Ricochets off the boards. Fitzgerald comes over. One-time shot on net. Heinmiller, the trash man, puts it home.
Way to go.
You look back at the play, and there were so many things done just the way you need them to for some tiny things to add up to a big thing, the big thing being the goal. First starting with Helfrich with the presence of mind just to get it deep and let her players go to work. Then Fitzgerald knew she needed to get that on net, take advantage of that ricochet. And then Heinmiller getting to the net, doing the dirty work and throwing it home for a 1-0 lead with just over 10.5 remaining. Heinmiller gives a whack at it, able to punch it up to Morgan. She's bumped off the puck. Woodbury now entering. Woodbury shot from the dot. That hits Wheaton's stick. Stick goes back behind the net. She'll have to play without one. Puck in the near corner. See if the defense does what happens on TV. They usually get a stick over the goaltender, but maybe not this level. And that's going to go all the way down the length of the ice. Won't be an ice because it was Woodbury who threw it down there. Edina getting up on a change, slow to come out of the box. Now we've got 4 on the ice. 5 now. Morgan now picking up a neutral ice. Morgan trying to throw it in. That's intercepted. Woodbury throws it back out of the zone. Shoot comes up. Closes it on some space, and we'll have a offsides and a face-off with 9:40 remaining here. 1-0 hockey game. Edina on top. Hoffman to the left, Fitzgerald on the draw, Souter to her right. You've got Shoot and Sweetser back at the point. Shoot now, turning, reversing course again, putting on the brakes, trying to get it up to Fitzgerald. That's off her stick, trying to punch it up to Hoffman. Shoot now neutral ice, couple to beat here. Trying to get to the center, winds, delivers, and that's gloved by Zelgert, saw it the whole way. Nice play by Shoot. Shoot had a couple opportunities last night. Assisted to McGarvey on one of the goals, got loose a couple times. I'm already trying to think of some monikers. Maybe Shoot is on the loose. If I could sell those t-shirts to some parents, right? Like back in the Adrian Peterson days with Paul Allen, he's loose. Carter coming over. Nice play there by Carter to close space. That's important as Woodbury was trying to enter the zone with some speed. Puck thrown out of the zone. Woodbury will have to regroup. Couple going off for Woodbury. Nice play behind Miller to come back to disrupt that. And that's going to reach the bench. 8.5 remaining. 3 shots for Edina thus far, 2 for Woodbury. Again, Wheaton getting the start this morning. Rory getting the day off. She'll play against Minnetonka later this evening. We're victorious against Centennial earlier, 6-1. It was a shellacking. Woodbury now to neutral ice. Trying to enter. Morgan comes over, takes a couple whacks at it. Heinmiller now trying to escort it up the boards. Puck now rolling on the far boards. Morgan now trying to create a turnover. Fitzgerald now rubs her off the puck. Fitzgerald looking. D pass was taken away. Has to go back to Morgan behind the net. Drop pass to Fitzgerald. She had vacated the area. Woodbury will come away with it. Woodbury now breaking out. Helfrich coming over. Souter trying to escort that up the boards. That hits a few skates. Woodbury taking a few whacks at it. Helfrich taking a healthy whack at it. Woodbury controls into the slot. Williamson does a nice job to prevent that opportunity, getting her body on the player as well as a healthy whack at it. Allows Fitzgerald to grab control behind the net. Taken down, no call. Woodbury controlling, trying to get back to the point. And that's just out. Morgan does a nice job in getting it out, and Woodbury will have an offsides. Nice play by Morgan playing the body, making sure that Woodbury was not able to keep that puck in the zone. Led to an offsides. 6:38 remaining, running time here this weekend. And Hoffman on the left wing, McGarvey centering. You're going to have Sweetster and Nelson back at the point. And Heimiller at right wing. Hoffman trying to pick up the loose puck in neutral ice. Entering the zone, forced wide, drops it to McGarvey. McGarvey spinning. Sweetster able to keep it in briefly. McGarvey now trying to punch it to the far boards. Heimiller gets there first. Rubbed off the puck as she throws it back behind Zelgert. Woodbury now exiting. Centering pass, and that's right in the breadbasket. Wheaton covers up for a face-off. Third save of the game for Lydia Wheaton. 5:40 remaining. Fitzgerald on a face-off. That's controlled by Edina. Another face-off won by Fitzgerald this weekend. Souter now trying to get in the zone. She's tied up. Could have been a hook, but they got the stick out of there just in time. Schutt's waiting for it. Has it. Delivers. That's just wide. Nice play by Schutt to get that low and hard. That just went past Fitzgerald's stick. Opportunity for a tip. Yep, absolutely. Woodbury whiffs on as they try to get it out. Fitzgerald trying to keep it in. That'll reach Helfrich back at mid-ice. Dumps it in. We'll have an offsides just by about a skate and a half as Souter was trying to touch up. So we'll have a center ice face-off with Souter to the right. We'll have Carter to the left. We'll have Schutt and Helfrich back at the point. Another face-off won by Fitzgerald as Schutt now controls. D-to-D pass isn't there. Has to throw it up to the boards to Carter. Bumped off the puck now with Fitzgerald now gathering in back into Edina zone. Fitzgerald turns, spins, throws it back behind Wheaton to Helfrich. Helfrich now throws it up to the boards, trying to connect with Souter. That's past her stick, kept in by Woodbury as they try to throw it back in, and it's played with the high stick. Should result in a face-off out of the zone with just over 4 minutes remaining here from Andover, Minnesota. On a fall-like day. One of the few we've had this fall. McGarvey centering, Morgan to her left. Nelson and Williamson back at the point. Got Heimiller on the right. Morgan now entering. Morgan forced wide, still trying to control the puck. Off the boards, trying to get it back to Williamson. Williamson tries to come in and pinch. Nelson comes over and backhands that against the board. That's going to be past her. Heimiller have to have her back here. Heimiller tries to get it to the other end. Not able to connect. Morgan now picks up the loose puck in the slot to Woodbury's stick. Woodbury now trying to center it. Williamson deflects that into the corners where it stays right now with Williamson battling with McGarvey and a few Woodbury players. Williamson finally able to come away with it as she goes round Wheaton, trying to get it up to Morgan. Morgan gets there just in the nick of time to create some complications as Woodbury was trying to keep it in. Center ice now, Woodbury able to enter. Shot. And that was a pass. It was more of like a fake shot pass, and that just went through everybody. No shot on net. Wheaton plays that back behind her. Nelson now trying to get it up the boards out of the zone. Kept in briefly by Woodbury's. A couple whacks at it. They're trying to get it out. Nelson now over to Heimiller. Heimiller now trying to get it to Morgan. Not enough on it. Woodbury had a back check. Able to take it away. They're trying to catch Edina in a change. Woodbury now entering. Dangling. Tied up momentarily. Behind Wheaton, controlled by Fitzgerald, bumped off the puck, trying to backhand that to Heimiller, gets over to Nelson. Nelson now to Heimiller, that's off her stick. Woodbury trying to get to the slot. Heimiller closed in on space, that's dumped back in. Nelson now over. Nelson now behind Wheaton. Nelson trying to tie her up. They go hard into the boards. Fitzgerald now grabbing it. Almost taken down. Puck loose of the slot, nobody home. Shot, and Wheaton's able to get enough on it to escort that back behind her. Finally, Edina's able to get it out, just over 2 remaining. A lot of pressure from Woodbury in the last minute and a half. Heinmiller at center ice. She's going to have to get off on a change. Hoffman and Fitzgerald now giving chase. Sauter off on the ice from a change. Intercepts the puck. Right place, right time for LS Sauter. That's going to split to Woodbury. They're going to enter the zone. 1-on-2 hockey. Shoot able to tie her up. Wheaton escorts that to her left. Woodbury picking it up. Bumped off the puck. Let me get the number on that. Nice play by Hoffman. Shoot now entering. Looking. Dangle. Still trying to control. Woodbury slaps that to the near corner. Sauter comes over and a couple bodies go flying. We're going to have a penalty as soon as we get a touch. It's either going to be on McGarvey or a Woodbury player. One of the two. I had a bad angle. I couldn't tell who hit who. And McGarvey's going to go to the box and they'll put 2 minutes on the scoreboard. Edina will go on the kill at $1:22 remaining here in the first period. Woodbury taking the shot advantage now at 5 to Edina's 3, but Edina has the important stat of a goal. Puck sits at the dot. Shoot digs it out. Shoot now. High off the boards. Trying to just flip it out of the zone. Hoffman giving fight. That's past Shoot. Edina now controlling behind Wheaton. Or Woodbury swinging and a miss. Centering pass. Not able to connect. Nice play there by Woodbury to win the battle, control it back behind the net, and throw it in front of the net, but not able to connect for a tying goal. 50 seconds left in the period. Woodbury a little dump and chase with 38 left. Minute 15 left in the power play. Hoffman trying to get it out. Woodbury, nice job keeping it in. Woodbury now. Shot saved by Wheaton, and it's going to be covered up. Nice play by Wheaton. Quick reflexes there, nice quick shot. 20 seconds left in the period. 56 left in the power play. Time probably for a face-off and 6 seconds of action. Puck one back to Woodbury. That's deflected high off the glass behind Wheaton. That'll do it. 1-0 hockey game after one, and as expected, most of these games should be this type of game, competitive, fast. Don't envision a lot of lopsided victories. Edina coming out playing a very, very efficient and controlled game. Wheaton standing tall in net, turning everything that she saw away.
Andy, would you get a room up here? Did you get a room up here? Stay up here for all the games? Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Recap the goal that Edina had in the first period for those tuning in late. Helfrich gathered it at center ice, threw it back violently behind Zelgert, who's a Woodbury goalie, that ricocheted fortuitously to Fitzgerald. So one timed it off Zelgert, and Heinmiller was there to pick up some loose change and deposit it with some force to give Edina a 1-0 lead. Oh, that would be awesome.
I'm sorry.
No, perfect. I've got players' numbers, names, addresses, TikTok accounts, the whole nine. Start of the second period, Edina will be a girl down for 38 seconds. Unless another infraction is called, but at this point, 38 seconds left on the power play for Woodbury. Woodbury out shooting Edina 6-3 in the first period. Edina obviously leading by that 1-0 score. Heinmiller on the right wing. We'll have Morgan on the face-off. That'll get back to Shoot. Shoot will now try to gather and turn in her own zone. Shoot, controlling, turning it again, up to Morgan. Morgan flips it out of the zone. Woodbury gathers at neutral ice. Woodbury now controlling as they try to enter. Woodbury throws it in the near corner. 2 on the puck for each. That's whisked back to Woodbury's defense, who's jumping up into the play. Still loose in the corner. Woodbury now controlling. Woodbury still controlling. Shot, and that's just wide. Nice centering pass. Not able to get enough puck on it in the right vicinity, and that's going to go wide of Wheaton, and we'll have full-strength hockey. McGarvey now coming onto the ice to even things up. We'll have 5-on-5 hockey as Sweetser goes back and gathers the puck off her stick, tries to escort that up the far boards. Woodbury trying to keep it in, tripped up, but it was more bodies colliding at the same time. I don't know that should have been called. I think it was just bodies getting there at the same time, and I like that no call. Shoot now trying to gather, taken away. Woodbury now controlling near the far boards, back to the point. Shot off of a skate in front of Wheaton. Woodbury with some zone time, doing a nice job controlling. Edina's got to get it out. And Wheaton was nicely positioned where the puck softly just landed right in her glove. Little Charlie Huff knuckleball. So we'll have Hoffman coming on with Williamson and Souter. Carter on the face-off. That's back to Woodbury's point. They try to get it in deep. That's met by Helfrich. Woodbury now taking it. Shot on Wheaton. Escorted to the far boards. Loose. Carter decides to come over and try to get it out. Nice job by Carter muscling the puck out of the zone. Woodbury now able to take it back into the zone. And another centering pass, and that's just wide. Well, that's about 3 nice passes right in front of Wheaton that haven't been connected on in the last 3.5 minutes of hockey. You have to shore some things up. It's only a matter of time. That's back to the Woodbury point. Swing and a miss, and this is going to give him an opportunity here. Hoffman lines, delivered. Hoffman with the cannon! Over Zelger's shoulder, 2-0 lead, pick the spot.
That's a beauty.
Not a goalie at this level going to save that.
What a beautiful goal. Wow.
No fancy dangles. Just picking a spot and depositing it right where it counts. And that one counts for a goal as Edina leads 2-0. Hoffman with the snipe. Sweetser coming over. Woodbury trying to keep it in. Nice play by Morgan to come back into the play. Heinmiller trying to get it back to Morgan. Just behind her, Woodbury trying to punch it back into the zone. Fitzgerald's there to create an opportunity to get it deep, and she does with Heinmiller on the chase. Heinmiller now trying to fight off 2. Morgan tries to come over and get some assistance. Heinmiller, Morgan, and Fitzgerald all back there trying to get the puck. Fitzgerald finally able to come away with it, throws it back to Sweetser. Sweetser has some time, backhands that back behind the net where Fitzgerald picks it up. Fitzgerald bumped off the puck. Woodbury slaps that to the near boards, trying to get it out of the zone. Nelson able to keep it in. Woodbury gathering in their own zone, regrouping a bit as they come across neutral ice. Bodies collide, no call. Nice job by Sweetser. Closing space there. It was the same type of call that we didn't get, so obviously I like that one, and I like that one as well. Consistent. Heinmiller muscles it out, gets it back across neutral ice. Woodbury picks it up back at the defense. Sweetser now able to pick it up. Sweetser trying to dump it in. Nice kick save by Woodbury's D as they're able to keep it in and try to come back the other way on a stretch pass, and that's just out the reach, and we'll have an icing with 12:44 remaining here in the second period. Well, if you didn't think there was any shooting in the driveway going on by our number 6, you now can stand corrected. Helfrich, a couple deflections. That reaches a Woodbury stick as they try to exit. McGarvey centering pass, and that's deflected. Loose for a second. Hoffman throws that back behind Zelgert. Souter now coming over to play. McGarvey now gathering behind Zelgert. She's taken down, and that's should have maybe been called, and that's going to have to keep an eye on McGarvey, make sure she's okay. Looks to be as she's trying to come back into the play. Woodbury now entering, trying to get it over to a wing. Shoot now gathering. Shoot now. Cross neutral ice, through some traffic, lines, delivers, and that's just off Zelger's glove, not able to get on that. Nice stick by Shoot. Souter picks up some loose change, trying to get up to Hoffman. Souter and Hoffman taking a few whacks at it. Comes back to Helfrich. Helfrich now trying to get across neutral ice. Helfrich dumps that in off of a Woodbury stick, finds a corner. Edina coming on with some fresh legs. Carter coming over, forces the pass off a Woodbury stick. Morgan now, controlling, still controlling, looking. Back to Nelson. Nelson with the slap shot, and that's just right in the breadbasket, no rebound. Nice job by Morgan, picking up the puck. Yeah, really good play. Didn't feel comfortable throwing it in front of the net. There's a lot of traffic. Woodbury collapsed in that zone, thus the traffic. Got it back to Nelson. Nelson threw a hard shot on net, and the Woodbury goaltender did what she's supposed to do and controlled the rebound and not give an opportunity for a third goal from Edina.
I like the slapper.
I love the slapper. We've worked on that for a few years. She's a big golfer, so it's
Nice.
same motion.
So, wait, she's right-handed?
Yep.
Does she golf right-handed?
She golfs right-handed as well, yep. She's won 9 tournaments so far.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, yeah. She loves golf. Nelson now behind Wheaton, throws on the brakes, trying to get that up to Morgan. Morgan now back to Nelson. Nelson looking, didn't want to turn over, spins, throws it back over to Heinmiller. Heinmiller trying to get there and bail out Nelson. Heinmiller almost able to get a stick on it. Woodbury now trying to control. That's taken away by Williamson, trying to get up the boards to Morgan. Woodbury now with a little bit of his own time. Nelson back behind the net, sidesteps her. Pass to the dot, trying to get it back to the D. Almost like you grab it, no, I'll grab it. Nice play by Woodbury to do just enough to tie Morgan up but not get that interference call. And that's going to be an icing with 9:25 remaining. So we'll have Sweetster and Shoot back at the point. We'll have Fitzgerald on a face-off. See if Fitzgerald can win another one here. I got to get to Vegas. I got to start betting on that. Sweetster trying to control, and that's tip that'll go high into the corner. 2 on the puck for each. That's Souter and Fitzgerald. Sweetster trying to pinch, and that just outside her reach. Woodbury now with an opportunity to get in some open ice as they throw it to that open ice with them able to pick it up from the wing spot. Shoot now controlling, puts on the brakes. Able to get that up to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to punch that up to Souter. Or that's Fitzgerald, sorry. D to D pass, doesn't connect from Woodbury. They're going to have to regroup and correct some things to be able to get this out of the zone as Fitzgerald tries to get it over to Souter. That's just in Souter's skates. Finally realizes where it is, controls it, still controlling. 2 on the puck for Woodbury, able to bump her off the puck. Sweetster jumps up in the play and prevents that from getting out cleanly, but Woodbury able to come across neutral ice. Nice play by Sweetster, nice stick there to prevent that from getting in the zone. It's the tiny, tiny things that you might not realize when you watch it live. Good effort there. Woodbury now with an opportunity. Shot, and that hits a far post. Quick play from Woodbury, got the angle and picked the spot. Far post. Wheaton was right where she needed to be, and if that beats her in that spot, then that's going to be just a phenomenal individual effort from that Woodbury skater. But unfortunately, it did hit the post, and we're still at a 2-0 hockey game. McGarvey now trying to punch it in. That deflects to center ice. Woodbury trying to pick it up. They'll have 2-on-1 hockey with some back checks. They let her go, and that hits a crossbar right in front of Wheaton, where it just kind of knuckles around for McGarvey to pick up, trying to catch Woodbury in a change. McGarvey taken down, and we've got to have that call, and I'm not going to be that parent that screams for calls. I did that last year, and I got a warning. So, at like a 10A game.
Yeah, that should have been.
And it was like 6-0. I think we were losing or something, so the referee just pointed at me. He was like, next time you're out. like, got it, noted. But that could have been called. So, but they're letting a lot of them go. So I'd have to say that, you know, it's not surprising it wasn't called. They just thought it could have been. Williamson comes over to try to get it out. Puck spits behind the corner. They're trying to control behind Wheat, and they do. No D to D pass there is no D pass there as Morgan had that cut off. 2 on the puck for Edina behind Wheaton, trying to get control so they can get it out. Morgan now trying to punch it up to herself. She does. She has Heinmiller if she wants, and that just hits a Woodbury skate. Just is able to exit the zone, but everyone's onside, so they'll be able to exit again or enter again. Sorry.
Girls are small, but they are.
You got some tired legs out there right now.
Oh boy.
And Wheaton covers up. 6 minutes remaining. Edina getting all 5. They're changing at the opposite end of their zone, so that's going to be always tough to get off in those situations, which you can see that Woodbury's trying to take advantage of that. Woodbury now controls back at the point. Trying to get it up to Souter. Souter looking, trying to punch it to herself, able to do enough to get it out of the zone with Woodbury back in their own zone, trying to look for a D to D pass, but Hoffman cuts that off. Nelson ties her up, able to grab the puck. Backhands that to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to punch it in. Nice play by Nelson and Hoffman. The result is a puck behind Zelgert with Woodbury having to take another attempt to get it out. Pass Hoffman's stick. Nelson trying to dump it back in. Hoffman grabs it. Centering pass. Nobody there for Edina. Easy catch for Woodbury as they try to come back on the near boards. That's deflected and another save by Wheaton. Nice opportunity for Woodbury. Shooting Nelson did what they need to do, and Wheaton did what they need to do to keep that out of the net. Good rush by Woodbury, though, to create that opportunity. Woodbury now regrouping. Hoffman and Souter going off on a change. And Nelson's going to get called for that trip.
Come on. What? What?
Well, she swung and hit her skate, so.
And then you saw.
Yeah, I think the difference was there's such a loud thud. She caught her skate. I mean, it was. Yeah, it's a good call. She needed to play more of the body there anyway, so that's hopefully coach is telling her, like, you know, you violently swing at that, you get one swing and then you're out of the play because you have so much force with that swing, right? Woodbury now controlling. Nice play by Helfrich to be in the right place at the right time. Morgan now trying to escort that down the ice. The strategy is to maybe take an icing or two with running time, right? Doesn't really hurt you as much as it does if it's stop time because you're going to eat about 20 seconds off that power play. Woodbury now coming back across neutral ice, shooting Helfrich back. Nice play there by Fitzgerald to get a stick as she escorts that into the near corner. That's just past Woodbury's D, and that'll flutter into the Woodbury zone as they look to go D to D with it, but they'll exchange positions, trying to hit a stretch pass. Shoots there to knock it back the other way. 1:08 left on the power play. Fitzgerald jumping up into the play. So we're not gonna let you just enter the zone because you're on the power play. Nice stick there by Helfrich. Woodbury now into support. Comes back, trying to throw it in the corner. Deflected a couple times. Trying to get it to the front of the net. Loose into some skates. Shoot now gathering. Flips that up in Morgan's direction. Someone's got to go back and help shoot. They got 2 on the puck for Woodbury. That reaches the defense. Winds. Nice play by McGarvey to close on that space. Swing and a miss, and Woodbury now controlling in the corner. And we should have another penalty. Maybe now we'll get a couple calls that make it a little tighter moving forward. Not that it hasn't been a bad officiated game. It's actually been pretty consistent. I mean, you got that little cross-check penalty, which could or not be called. You got Taylor's penalty that could or not be called. You got some both ways that weren't called. So a 4-on-4 hockey, 15 seconds. We got 2:46 left in the period. If nothing changes from an infraction standpoint, Edina will have a minute 45 on the power play. Woodbury now with an opportunity. Shot. Wheaton escorts that to the corner. Edina at full strength, and they had, I believe that was Carter coming off, if they could have grabbed control of the puck. Sweetser back there. Now Carter gathering. Carter muscling it out of the zone. Woodbury trying to take it away, and they do. Throwing it back into Edina's zone, but we'll have an offsides. 2:10 remaining, running time. 2:07. $1:20 left in the penalty. $1:19. See if we can get a good minute of power play here. Face off, one back to Helfrich. Nice stick there to get Morgan off the puck. Helfrich now trying to dump it back in. That deflects. McGarvey will be able to pick it up. McGarvey now shot, save, loose, and it just sat there probably about a foot off the red line. Woodbury came back in the nick of time to get it out of trouble. Edina now controlling the game. With his number 36 has had a lot of puck control. She's really good on those edges to turn and really good in space. Just, kind of like Fitzgerald, able to really control that puck and always looking to make something happen. A couple on the puck for Edina back there. Shoot now, controlling. Bumped off the puck. That's going to go past McGarvey. Heinmiller coming over. Edina able to get it out. Morgan on a chase. 11 seconds left in the power play here for Edina. McGarvey takes a whack at it. Loose on the far boards. That gets past everybody. Shoot able to control over to Helfrich. Helfrich trying to hit Souter. That finally gets to her at center ice with Morgan coming over to pick up a loose puck after a deflection from Souter's shin guards. Woodbury now exiting. 2-on-2 hockey. Shot. That goes high and wide. Missed by about a foot and a half over the crossbar. 27 remaining. Hoffman's going to have another opportunity. Hoffman winds, glove, rebound, covered up. That's some extracurricular, but hey, listen. I mean, if your goalie can't squeeze that puck, you're going to get some whacks at it.
She had patience before she shot that.
Yep.
She was
testing Zelgert's glove. Zelgert being a little loose with the leather. Nelson with the shot, rebound. And just sits there. Nice play by Edina. Another face-off one, which allows that opportunity. Who's on the face-off? Fitzgerald again? Got to get some stats for Fitzgerald.
Your daughter 15, a couple of scrimmages ago?
Yes.
Okay, I was just wondering, the first time I seen the slap shot,
Oh.
she had some good slap shots
Oh, yeah.
in the first couple
Yeah.
scrimmages, and
Yeah.
I thought, well, I haven't seen 15.
Right. Oh yeah, it's warming up. Yeah, this is Taylor.
oh my gosh. Wow.
So she hits about like 250. She hits about like 215 already.
What?
Oh
Really?
yeah, oh yeah. This is innocent. So I tell her to swing as hard, and her hand eyes going. She just really goes after it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they look like it's pretty straight.
Oh yeah. She shot 96 out at Erin Hills when we went out there from the women's teams, which is for a sixth grade. I mean, that's really.
Oh my word.
It's just not a sport that most girls play enough. I mean, we do know some girls that play every day, all day, but there's no friends really around. So it's like you don't go to practice with other girls and you get that, bonding. At some point, she'll have to practice. It's just tough for her right now. She won't practice really by herself a lot. So I hope she continues to practice. I love playing golf, so.
KK was practicing.
Woodbury trying to even things up here. They put 13 on the clock, similar to last night. I think, what did we have on the clock last night for the third period? 12? 13 maybe? Fitzgerald gets that down That's not going to reach. That'll have to be played. Hoffman giving chase. Aaron pass there.
Is that a stick?
Yep. That just got out.
Oh my God!
Opportunity for Gerald, and she's tied up, and that's got to be a little bit of a hook. Not called. Woodbury able to come back the other way. And that's a goal, Woodbury. Finally on the board. Power play goal. Williamson loses an edge. Woodbury coming away with it, trying to get it to the front, loose, and that's another goal. 2-2. Just like that, we've got an even hockey game with 11 minutes remaining. Garvey on the face-off, outside the reach of Morgan. Woodbury now. It's interesting after you get a goal or two how fast those legs look from the team that just scored them. Woodbury now trying to dangle in the corner. Edina converges, allows Williamson to come away with it. Williamson trying to get it over to Heinmiller. That's going to make its way in the zone, but it'll have to be played. Won't reach the end line. Just outside the reach of the winger. Nelson now back controlling. Morgan grabbing at neutral ice. Morgan dumping it in. Fitzgerald now trying to track it down. Souter collects it on the far boards. Woodbury having a tough time getting it controlled as it's loose in the corner. Woodbury coming in the near corner. They've got some steam trying to get it out. Sweetser takes an opportunity of a little bit of sloppy puck handling and able to keep it in, and that's going to just barely exit. Nelson now. Off the boards, past Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald will get off on a change along with Sweetster. Woodbury trying to catch him. Yep. Shot wide. Hoffman coming over. A couple Hornets over there. Nelson intercepts. Nelson flips it out. That won't reach. It'll have to be played as a couple new players from Edina come on. 9 minutes remaining. Woodbury D-to-D pass. Connects. Far boards. Trying to flip it up in neutral ice. That's connecting. McGarvey comes back on a nice aggressive back check. Puck slips loose. Right in front of Wheaton, and that just goes wide. Carter trying to control, bumped off the puck. That's going to reach shoot. Woodbury controlling in the corner to the slot, gathering, shot, rebound, couple whacks at it, loose at the dot, back to the D. D-to-D pass, winds. Nice blocker saved by Wheaton as she moves that into the near corner. Woodbury now controlling. Shot, tip, wide. Behind the net, Woodbury controlling, able to get it back to the D again, misplayed. Morgan tries to grab it. Morgan now trying to get it deep. Edina trying to get some fresh legs. Morgan trying to eat away some minutes. Nice play by Morgan. Very good effort by Morgan, able to buy some time for us to get some fresh skaters on the ice. Nice pinch by Williamson. Puck able to slip outside the zone. Pass not able to connect. And we'll have an ice with 7:48 remaining here. 16 shots for Woodbury, 8 for Edina. Opportunity here, see who we got on the face-off, see if Fitzgerald can get it back to Williamson or Nelson, and see if Heinmiller can crash the net. Face-off controlled by Edina. It's thrown to the corner. Nelson in on a pinch. Nelson flips it on to Zelgert, and that's escorted into the near corner. Fitzgerald looking. Spinning. Goes down. Williamson on a nice pinch, jumps up in the play, able to keep it along the boards, thrown back in the near corner. Fitzgerald now head up, slot, shot, and that's going to be covered up by Zelgert. 6:56 remaining here. Nice 45 seconds minute off that face-off. Controlled the face-off and kept the puck in there from that face-off to the next face-off. So, got to be happy with that. Another face-off one. Back to Sweetser. Shot, rebound, loose, and that's going to be whisked away by Woodbury as they come out of the zone. Misplayed momentarily, allows Shoot to gather at center ice. Shoot now back in Edina's zone. Trying to get up the boards, going to hit Morgan. Morgan will have an opportunity. Morgan now. Tries a toe drag between some skates. That hits the skates, allows Woodbury to come away with it out of the zone. Sweetser giving chase along with McGarvey. Shoot back. Morgan watches, trying to figure out where that puck is going to bounce to. Looks like McGarvey might be hurt. Hopefully not. She throws that up the far boards. Souter tries to muscle out. Woodbury able to keep it in. Morgan now. Over to Shoot. Shoot bumped off the puck. Woodbury coming back the other way. Oh, careful there. That would have been connected. That would have been an easy call. Hoffman trying to get it, touch it up to herself. Woodbury controlling and neutral ice. Ford getting off on a change. Nobody home. Helfrich gathering. Helfrich trying to find Fitzgerald off Fitzgerald's stick. Fitzgerald trying to gather it in. Puck flutters high off the glass. Woodbury gathers it right outside the zone. Hoffman comes away with it across center ice. Nice play by Hoffman to dump it in behind Zelgert. 5:11 remaining. Woodbury now. Forced wide. Still controlling. Still controlling. Looking for the D. Nothing there. Has to go to the slot with it, and that just gets past everybody. Out to neutral ice with McGarvey giving chase. See if Hoffman can get it deep. She does. Allows Edina to get some fresh skaters on. Williamson now. Bumped off the puck. Woodbury controlling. McGarvey gathering. Trying to get it up to Heinmiller. Far boards. Edina trying to get it out with 4:16 remaining. Nelson comes over. Williamson nicely positioned to prevent that opportunity from reaching the net. Heinmiller bumps her off the puck. Edina trying to control. That's just past Morgan and deflects back into the zone for an easy offsides call. 4 minutes remaining here. We got Sweetser, Nelson, we'll have Fitzgerald and Hoffman, and almost good enough to look at him without the number. I thought that was Souter, and it is, over at the right wing. Off Nelson, stick back in the corner. Nelson trying to kick it over to Hoffman. Nelson over to Souter. Souter gets it out of the zone. Hoffman on the chase. Woodbury looking, head up, trying to figure out what to do with it. Hoffman bumps her off the puck. Woodbury gathers behind Zelgert. That's deflected. Nice play by Fitzgerald. Woodbury trying to get out of the zone with just over 3 remaining. That spits to Nelson's stick. Nelson tries to get to the slot. Fluttering puck, not able to get it cleanly. Easily intercepted by Woodbury. Nelson now coming over again. Trying to get it deep. off the boards. Hoffman trying to whack it into the zone. That's going to reach Sweetster. Sweetster now muscles it into the zone where Woodbury will gather. Edina will get off on a change. Woodbury trying to catch him in that change, but a little slow getting out of their zone. Helfich is there to play it. Woodbury intercepts at center ice. They'll regroup. Woodbury entering. Hoffman shoot along the boards. Shot. Nice blocker save by Wheaton. She escorts that to the corner. Shoot now trying to get it back over to Carter. Woodbury back to the D. Woodbury walking it in or trying to. Nice play by Carter there to get a stick in there. Not allow that D to walk that in cleanly. McGarvey now trying to muscle out of the own. She does. She fights off a slash. McGarvey now throws it back behind Zelgert. A couple fresh faces for Edina on. Shoot back along with Helfich as Woodbury comes back with some pace. Morgan now trying to get it out. Bumped off the puck. Shoot trying to get it out, and she does. Woodbury touches up, just not in the nick of time. We'll have an offsides with $1.50 remaining. Let's see what our girls can do if they can get one more rush, one more opportunity. Morgan on the left wing. Fitzgerald now back over to Williamson. Williamson gets it off the boards. Hits a defender. Gia trying to control. Morgan now at center ice, doing all she can to advance the puck. Woodbury able to come away with it, where Nelson now trying to control in the near corner. Nelson now back behind Wheaton. Nelson now across the ice. Nelson now across neutral ice. See if Nelson could just rip a shot. Shot deflected and it's covered up by Zelgert. Good job by Nelson. With a minute left, you want that face-off down in their zone. So we've got that. That's to our advantage. It's also to our advantage to have Fitzgerald, who wins another face-off. That's deflected from Heinmiller. Woodbury now controlling in the corner. That's pocket is picked, and Zelgert will scoop up a short hop, a la Greg Gagne for Steve Lombardozzi. 45 seconds remaining. Face-off controlled by Edina again. Sweetser throws that back for Morgan. Morgan now spinning. 2 on the puck for Woodbury. They're able to grab it. Trying to hit that pass. Fitzgerald able to deflect it. Little backhand sauce. Flip back behind Zelgert. Woodbury trying to exit again. Shoots jumping up into the play and throws it back behind Zelgert. Heinmiller on the chase. 20 seconds remaining. Identical play from Fitzgerald. 15 seconds apart. Intercepts that pass. Backhands that back deep in the zone. Shoot jumping up into the play again. 5 seconds. And that's about where it's going to end. 2-2 hockey game. And in Scrimmage Fest, there's no overtime or shootouts.
All right, we'll be back here.
We'll be back here later. That was a good hockey game.
Minnetonka.
It's a good hockey game.
Yep.
You know, shots ended up 18-13. What were the face-offs? What were the face-offs?
I didn't look. I do all the stats.
We won them again. Close.
We're going to have to do better at that.
See you later. Minnetonka.